My name is Ona Collin and I'm a seamstress. I was adopted at 2 months old from Dublin, from a mother and baby home. It's not something we talked about. I remember being the first time I heard I was adopted, I was out playing with a friend and she told me. I must have been about, I don't know, 6 or 7. So I wasn't very intelligent because I never copped on, but she said to me kind of, nah, they're not your parents kind of thing. Back in the 70s, I was the odd one out. When you went into a room, people stared at you. People came up and touched your hair, you know. They just felt like they had a right, because you were different, they had a right to come and touch your hair or touch your skin. I found my birth mother. She happened to be living in West Cork, as it turns out, but she didn't know anything more about my dad, really. Of course, I wanted to know the African side. All she could tell me was he was from Biafra, which is now Nigeria, and that he was studying Dublin, the Royal College of Surgeons. I always knew I'd be gone when I was 18. Yeah, I just wanted to go and not be stared at, I suppose, and just mingle with the crowd and be anonymous. You couldn't be anonymous in Ireland in the 70s and 80s. Like when I was growing up, or when I went abroad and I told people, say, where are you from? You have a funny accent or whatever. I'm Irish. Yeah, but you're not really Irish. Where are you really from? Even when you went away to England, you still weren't considered Irish because I didn't have red hair and freckles. It's like, you can't really be Irish. Where are you really from? Cork. You know, but it was, and then of course, again, you're asking your question. People might say to you, well, how can you be Irish, or if you look like you're a bit African and you should know your roots. So sometimes people would get angry with you then. How can you go around saying you're Irish and when you know you're not? And you were like, but sure, I don't know. Oh, there's a big change now. When I left, I kind of ran out of here when I was 19, 20. I never thought I'd come back. I was never going to come back, and I was never going to bring up kids in this place. But we did eventually, and you just can't compare it, you know. People don't even look at me anymore. Ireland has come a long way since I grew up, and it's all very positive and may continue like that, really.